They lost another set of racks.
Their high ground defense was really good. I mean, that first racks just fell so quickly, though. It was scary. Something to behold.
So game 3, who do you think has the advantage going into game 3?
I think Cloud9 has a momentum advantage because they finally got a draft they liked. But I don't know. The last game was it was prolonged for so long that I think they had to be frustrated to some extent. I don't know. I think both teams are kind of an even mentality.
Yeah. I think Cloud9 at least have maybe a mental advantage because game 1, EG kind of cheese stratted them with the jungle coddle. So I think Cloud9 probably feel like, okay, we're the better team. Unless they come up with some other cheesy strat, we should maybe win,
but at the same time, it denies them one of their most key heroes, which is Chen. So they can't actually... I mean, they might use Chen, but they didn't use it in the second game. They actually just straight... Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we don't know.
Zai and Kuro will be rejoining us in just a second once I get back from outside. But we're going to hop ourselves into the draft, guys. We've got game 3, the decider, either Evil Geniuses or Cloud9.
I thought this whole tournament was best of 2.
It felt that way. Finally a third game. The crazy thing about this one game is that this is one of these teams knocked out, not going to the playoffs.
Yep. The loser will be relegated to the 5th/6th place.
It's okay. They can pursue a backup career path in casting at that point. So
top 6 at the Summit 3.
That's where you just resort to coming out on the couch.
So Evil Geniuses will again go for the same Brood Mother ban that they did in game 1, first phase, just not risking bo3 having an extremely dominant game. He had a pretty good game 2, but it actually seemed like a better pick might have done something else for them, but it still opened the map up for them so much. And Cloud9 doesn't want to deal with Sumail's Shadow Fiend.
I wonder if other teams are going to look at this and be like, hey, maybe Gyrocopter actually isn't that strong and we'll see more Gyrocopter left in the pool moving forward.
Again, I talked to E before. He said that the reason why they don't ban it is because it's predictable. You know almost exactly what a Gyro is going to do, as opposed to like game 1, the Clinks destroyed them. Honestly, like if it were a Gyrocopter can't take over your entire jungle like that. Like he can't dive you in between the T1 and the T2, kill your chicken, kill your heroes.
Yep.
Take your children away.
Insta Bounty Hunter, first pick. I mean, with obvious reason because it's a counter pick to the Chen, but it's been a long time since Bounty Hunter was considered first pick worthy.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. I like it. Something different. I imagine it's going to be that kind of full position roaming through the jungle bounty hunter, annoying Chen for days. And we'll see what EG look to do in response to this. It seems EG, for the most part, have been going for fairly greedy drafts. They had the Keeper of the Light jungling, the Enigma jungling.
Well, that's one of Aui's greatest strengths, is just farming, right? So, I mean, at the same time, it seemed to pay off in game 1, but in game 2 they went with almost the exact same thing and just continued in constant aggression. But Cloud9 just completely shut them down. He farmed a lot and they just kept dying and losing gold and not getting any ultimates off and so on and so forth. So it was a struggle.
Okay, so Clockwork picked up second by Evil Geniuses, instantly banning out the Darkseer after that, and we'll have Zai rejoin us here on the couch. Breaker, do you hear us okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Good?
Yep.
Draft? What do you make of it?
I overheard C9 a bit outside, and I think for this draft, they wanted to give Chen to EG and pick up the Bounty Hunter, which they just necessarily do. I assume EG was first pick?
Yes.
Yeah, so EG instantly snaps at the Chen. C9 responds with PH Garo.
It's interesting that they just keep giving them Gyrocopter. Very confident. It's a hero every team decides to ban if they don't first pick it.
I think it just opens up a lot of things for EG though. Like we were just actually talking about it. It's like in game 1, that game wouldn't have happened if it were a Gyro instead of a Clinks. Like Clinks just dominated their jungle, and Gyrocopter is really good at a lot of things: lane control, AOE, catching up, doing ancients and whatnot. But one thing he can't do is have like enormous presence around the map like a Clinks can.
Like the way EG approaches playing against Gyrocopters, they do not actually play against Gyrocopter itself, the hero. But they play how C9 will play around Gyrocopter. So in first game they understand what they want to do with the Chen, Rubik, Gyro. They understand the idea and movement of C9 and they just counter the whole movement of C9 instead of countering the Gyro directly. But if you counter Gyro indirectly by shutting down the team's timing, you can win this hero, as EG has displayed.
It's a very good point. Do you think that EG is set up to prepared with the bounty hunter this game? I know you guys are very confident in dealing with the bounty hunter with a Chet on your team.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to say because bo3 is probably the best team at using this bounty hunter, or at least they were the first team to start doing it regularly against the Chen. Unless you look back in history, but blah blah blah. But right now, bo3 was the best team who used this, and they used it against C9, and I think C9 kind of realized how strong this was against the Gen, and they probably just want to apply it to their own game.
I think, yeah, and I think on top of that, they want to counter the jungle play. Like again, EG as their jungle hero, no matter what. Now they go for Shadow Demon instead of Skyrat, and now they have the Chen. They just want to disrupt Aoi's momentum, because if you give Aoi a free farm in the jungle, you might just lose the game right away, as we saw in the first game.
Interesting ban is the C9 says ban anti-mage.
Yeah,
I assume it might just be against the Zeus.
possibly, yeah. But anti-mage is not that favored generally as the carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit curious as to that too.
And they still have this Clinks thing going on. They're still scared of the Clinks.
Yeah.
They could have picked it themselves.
Actually, Envy was the first one to utilize the Clinks correctly, but they have Gyrocopter, so they just don't even think
Yeah.
about the Clinks.
True to that. Well, Zeus picked up for Cloud9. Do you think it's interesting that Evil Genius didn't? Or do you think they're worried about the Night Stalker? I think the Night Stalker was a big deal. Like, just Darkness, they couldn't ever move around, and they didn't ban it, they didn't address it, and same with Keep It Light from game one. That was, I guess, somewhat problematic.
Yeah, but this time they have Chen, and they also have Clockwork with Rocket Flare, so they're not too scared. And Chen is good against Night Stalker, because with Chen you just walk as 5 and you create the death wall, and Night Stalker is not good against the 5-man playstyle. Night Stalker is very good to split your opponent up and catch him off, get vision going on, but if a team just moves as 5, then the Darkness, like in the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it just will not provide the same effect.
Who do you think has better mentality going into this game?
That's a tough call. I mean, C9 just won the second game, so they have a lot of momentum, but at the same time, like we said already, the EG is just very solid. They rarely get phased in a series. And they seem to be very confident in the draft too. They picked up the Storm Thread right away. Like we see both players, both teams go into their comfort zone. Like we asked ourselves what the teams will actually do. They pick Zeus up again. C9 has been playing and picking Zeus for a very long time now. And EG, they really like their Storm Thread. They have one of the best Storm Thread players in the world in Sumail. So they have no doubts about that.
What's left for Bo3 in the offlane?
I mean, possibly they used the bounty offlane, but I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I think Nolto is probably going to be playing the bounty hunter. Have Misery Revenge. I would like to see some offlane that can withstand the ST in the lane and also create pressure somehow. My go-to hero would be like Darkseer or the Furon, but they're both banned out. So I'm not quite sure what they're going to go for here.
Yeah, like C9 probably understands that EG is following the same pattern as the first game, that they picked the carry last, they picked Clinks last, so they didn't know what to put offlane against it. They just randomly picked the Phoenix. But this time C9 is smart about it. They're saving their offlane pick for last too. So they can only have one more response to it with the SD. Oh.
So it's going to be a Zeus offlane, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless they decide to go the bounty offlane.
Yeah, Zeus support. And maybe they're still saving up what they want to do. Like they're gonna do it with the last pick.
They might even, to be honest, they might even go aggro and just leave Zeus for some Clockwork.
Possibly, yeah.
And have Bounty, Venge, and the Gyro. With Bounty just running around the Chen and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see. I feel like it's definitely the right direction though, because pretty much any hero that they would toss in off and would get crushed by this SD.
The DK is very naturally good against Stormthread. Stormthread has a hard time killing the DK, like in one jump, as he's very tanky, and he has an instant stun. Oh, is that a Fiorina?
Yeah.
Alright, EG is going all the way, full force.
I remember when EG just tried to keep running Lina. I think you were on there. You guys kept picking Lina in the safe lane, and this was before Lina was even like anywhere remotely close to being
I might remember this actually.
picked a lot. And I was just like, they keep picking Lina for fear. But now Lina's actually a decent hero.
Yeah.
Lina is good against Gyrocopter. Like when Lina gets Aghanims, he's just gonna dish out 1k pure damage to Gyrocopter no matter what. But there's one item in the game that may limit the Lina, and that is the Lotus Orb. When you put it on the carry Gyro,
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times.
it's very hard for Lina to deal with that.
There's a lot of single target spells actually. There's SD, Lina. Well, game 3.
Well, looking at the Jackson screen, I'm not sure. It only says C9 below BH and Avenge, but I believe that's their 2 supports. If I
it
remember
seems so.
correctly.
I don't think they want to use the Zeus as support. He's
Yeah,
very
it's going to be
important.
above 7 Zeus. So they have 2 options, I guess. Either they go Zeus off lane, have the Bounty run around the Chen. I think Bounty's going to run around the Chen in any
LD
case.
asleep on the couch. LGD eagerly awaiting their next match. I'm trying to read what's going on here. Anyways, we have game 3 of EG versus Cloud9. Loser will be 5th/6th place. Winner will advance. And on the Radiant side, we have Team Evil Geniuses, Universe taking up the reins on the Clockwork. We have PPD on the Shadow Demon, Sumail on the signature Storm Spirit, Fear on the Fiery Lina, and Aoi on the Chen. On the opposite side, we have Cloud9, Big Daddy No-Tail invading the opponent's jungle on the Bounty Hunter, Fata on the Dragon Knight, Bone7 on the off-lane Zeus, EE on the Gyrocopter, and Misery the Slayer on the Vengeful Spirit. Thank you guys once again for joining me for this cast.
30 seconds to
We
battle.
already saw some all-chat spamming going on from both teams.
Yeah, what are they talking about?
So like they're trying to get into each other's mind and disrupt the rhythm.
No Lone Druid. I didn't ban
There's
it.
some little bit
man.
of shit talk. It's always healthy, I guess.
It looks like AG's going to contest this rune. But I'm not sure if they're stronger than C9.
Clockwork's out of there. Oh, actually, both teams are pretty scared.
Ooh.
We'll give it to
Very good move
Sumail.
by PPD. He just runs out. Like when someone does it and you see shit even runs in, you have 2 reactions, right? Either you go on him or you're like, why is he doing that? Why is he so confident about his movement? And especially in the 3rd game, elimination game, confidence can pay off.
Cloud9's
a lot
really
of
like
times.
this ward. This is ward to the west side of that large camp. I think this is the 2nd game in a row that they utilize it. Almost certainly not going to get dewarded.
Yeah.
It's a very good ward, especially if you're playing as a jungle hero, because it blocks the camp and gives good vision of his movement.
Now I realizes there's no spawn. He does have sentry wards though. It seems like he's gonna go D-ward right away.
Yeah.
Yep, and there we go. First one coming out there. Do you think... you said Storm has a hard time killing DK, but Storm should get like a fair amount of farm, right?
The
Like
lane is
40.
very much in favor of Storm.
Yeah.
And like he's gonna have a free farm lane, similar like the other game, but they don't seem to mind that Sumail gets this kind of advantage in the lane. They're thinking more about what's gonna happen later in the game.
Well, let's see. We see the big camp spawn. Aoi looking to get it. It's a troll.
Yeah, he just has to be cautious of this bounty.
The bounty is just
especially-
gonna be a bit annoying.
Especially with this courier, I wonder if they're going to pay attention. Yeah, it stops. I think Chance is going to pick up the bottle and...
Yeah, you never want to risk it.
Yeah.
If you lose your bottle like that, it can be very disastrous.
Yeah. Big Daddy looking for the kill, but now he knows what's up. The game is afoot. Aoi still, I mean, he's still wasting a lot of time though, but he pretty much knows that Bounty Hunter's trailing him.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Zeus is an easy pickoff for
Yeah.
Lina SD. But we don't know what really happened down there.
Is under attack.
Yeah, seems to be the disruption in the Light Strike array. I mean, it's not easy for Zeus though, but I mean, he is getting some sort of levels. And Storm Spirit dominating the mid lane, 3 times the CS of Fata's DK. So, I mean, all in all, mid lane free farm, bottom lane first blood. Looks like a similar story to game number 2.
And this Sumail strength, he's one of the best lane players too. So if you give him that kind of matchup, he's gonna abuse it as much as possible.
And both offlaners getting okay amounts. Universe with the help of Cause, I'm sure, able to get some.
Bonsam's going to die again. So, I'll talk about what happened after. Alright, so what happened was PPD had an illusion rune, right? And so he places one illusion on the hill by Chen. And No-Tail walks by and pings out the illusion because he thinks it's really SD. So with that information, bo3 goes up on the lane, but just gets disrupted because, you know, it was an illusion.
Oh, it's very smart by PPD.
Yeah.
Just outsmarted his opponent.
Wow, it's not looking good for Cloud9. This bottom lane, bottom side is just a disaster for them.
The Clock is also having a rather easy game.
Yeah. This clock against Garo is quite easy because you realize when Garo's gonna go and you just cog him away and he can't really deal damage to you. It's quite simple.
Yeah, it doesn't have that much mana to work with anymore. Aoi still getting okay creeps up in here. Not able to really get the full effect out of his jungle, but I'm sure he's okay with that.
The bounty hunter doesn't have many choices in this game. Like, he can only try to disrupt the Chen, but he can't really gank mid. It's so little kill potential on the Stone Spirit.
Yeah.
Stone Spirit is a 6 armor hero, so you don't deal that much right-click damage. Furthermore, DK doesn't really provide
I mean, so
kill potential.
what does C9 do right now? Their bottom lane, I mean, bo3 I don't even think can return to lane. Lina can probably solo kill him at this point, and
C9 is just waiting for the level 6s again. Once again, they want to play around the Zeus ulti, and they have the DK ulti too. So the question is how EG will react to the Dragon form. They probably try to kill him as soon as he pops the Dragon form with the Lina, and to ruin the timing, because if like DK's biggest strength is the first ulti, and then you can put a lot of pressure on the tower. But if you actually kill the DK and then his ulti is gonna be cooldown, like a lot of momentum will just be ruined. It might actually even lose to the game.
Storm Spirit almost level 6. Misery sitting under a Radiant Observer reward, and that is well noted by Evil Geniuses.
Mitsuru just wants to wait for the DK6, but I think he realized by this point that it's quite futile.
The problem is that Clockwork is getting a lot of levels, so he's gonna hit this level 6 soon. When Clock gets 6, DK is in danger. The trade-off not giving Chen levels, but Clock gets the levels instead. I'm not sure if it's a healthy trade for C9, because I would prefer my Clockwork to be fast level 6, because I know what he can do against the DK in mid lane. They're gonna double jump him with Storm and Clock, and Lina will TP in and just kill the DK.
Yeah, the Lina seems like she's geared up for a pretty easy game. Oh, Big Daddy walks under a sentry ward and will get finished off by Dragon Slave from Fear. So Fear looking with a really hot start. 3-0 on him with a, I mean, he's well on his way to Yules too. It's looking really bad.
I think the DK popped his form by now. Yeah, he did. He knows that he's a DD and he knows that Lina's out of mana, so he can't join the fight right now. So it's a very good timing for Fader. But EG is ready.
PBD gets stunned up, followed up by Dragon Tail. Sumail will jump on Misery, gets Test of Faith and instantly blown up. bo3 gets creep block, walks into the tower, and Sumail will get another easy kill with 100 mana to spare. Oh no.
Yeah, that's good enough for EG. Even though they couldn't kill the DK, they killed 2 other heroes and defended the tower.
Yeah, wasted the majority of his DD. He will get an illusion rune, but I mean, EG off to a hot start. 6-1 for them.
The DK form is gonna be out soon too, so the mid tower is not in danger for some more time.
bo3 looking to return to the bottom lane. EG only has one person down there. No mana left for Laguna, but I mean, Misery hasn't really been able to do that much. He only got the solo kill on PBD. He was looking for kills on Sumail, and I mean, their dual roaming has been to no avail.
And Chen's already level 5, so he pretty much has everything he needs.
Yeah. Like Bounty's still level 2 running around. We saw something similar in the VG game when the Fire played Bounty. Even though he disrupted the Chen a little bit, it wasn't really that useful. Chen just went off lane and the Bounty stayed level 2. Like the Bounty Hunter didn't have any impact in that game. So I'm a little bit worried about C9's Bounty Hunter.
They really need, I think, some kills for him if they can manage to pick off Fear.
Like VG strength files, they had Leshra core and Alchemist mid, so they had 2 heroes who were always like shove their faces into the enemy's tower so they could play aggressive, and when C9 decided to play against VG on the lanes, they just went for the kills.
bo3 set up for another disruption. Observer ward. Fear follows up with a stun. Will hit it. No Laguna necessary. bo3 another death.
That's an 8-minute Yules for Lina. He's gonna have it any second.
Yikes. 42 CS and 4 kills. Big Daddy walking on Century Ward again. PPD looks like he's aware, but pretending that he isn't. Waiting for Fear to come by. Dust comes out. Fear trying to hit a stun. Oh my goodness, that is a nasty. What is that level? Oh, Universe. You talked about level 6 Clockwork coming out mid. Will die. EE. TP's in. Sumail does have enough mana to continue the rolling. Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
That's level 6 clock very early. Goes to the DK kill. And Sumail is so good at Storm Threat. If you see his movement with his spells, like how he uses his ultimate to get their overcharge constantly for every hit, he does it very quickly too. So he has the most potential damage. I see Bounty Hunters level 3 running around, and he's like a no factor in the game.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Bounty Hunter, it's literally going to be killed by Disruption or Yules as soon as he gets spotted.
I'm still wondering why C9 went for the Bounty Hunter.
Oh, Yules, freshly shown Yules, Fear will do the 1-2 Laguna. And
I Fear didn't move from bottom lane at all in this game, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
But they keep going there and just giving him kills. It's a bit of a awkward choice. Seems like a lot of pressure is going into C9's head, especially at this point. Clock is going in.
Oh, Fada.
And this is the strength of early 6 clock. You will just look at middle and just try to kill the DK. They can always do the double jump with the Storm and Clockwork.
EE feeling desperate. Fear goes in for a stun. No tail right under a Sentry Ward. I don't think he has enough mana to finish him off though. And it looks like they just smoked around back to the mid lane, but everyone's already dead under the tower. EE walks in alone. 1v4 gets disrupted. 3 heroes get hit by a cooldown. He gets pushed back with a cogs. Doing a lot of damage. Everyone's still slow, but EE still fighting that uphill battle 1v3, and Sumail with a DD will
he's gonna
get
die.
another kill.
Very close.
I mean, they're forced to rotate everybody in, and they're still not even getting that much.
That was actually a good goal by Andy. He just went into 4 heroes. That was very reckless, but they need to do these kind of trades at this point in the game.
Yeah, they need to just get level 6 on some of their heroes.
The major problem for C9 is that both their supports are suffering way too much. If you look at their net worth, they're 1k net worth 10 minutes into the game, both of their supports. Like, even the Shadow Demon, like PPD has better net worth. And he's like complete sacrificial for his team.
Oh, maybe they will get a kill on PPD to make up some of that XP. Misery going in for a stun, but scared of the defensive disrupt as well as the TP's in, and they cannot chase for that.
It's a very rough game for C9 now. They want to try to find openings, but there really aren't any. And Chen might be kind of close to his mech too at this point. He went for mana boots. This is also a very good choice, especially with these teammates.
Universe finds another hookshot. Looks like they smoked over there. Fear will get a Yules combo off on Fada, and the deaths just keep coming out for Cloud9. There is nowhere safe for them.
No, C9 will lose their mid tower, even though they have the DK.
Sumail makes a long jump. Going on opponent 7, we see a call down come out. Sumail goes up to the secret shop. Universe tries to TP out, and looks like they are out of tools to stop him. They do hold the tower, but it's just they need kills.
They need kills, but if EG just plays accordingly, they're not going to be able to get kills.
Yeah, all EG has to do is stay together. I mean, they didn't need to do that jump, which Sumail did, but they just feel very confident now. They also didn't lose any hero, even though that was a very risky jump.
Might get Yules off on in.
Oh, there's the boulder.
Oh.
Fear a little scared of getting swapped in. And Sumail pretty much has nothing to fear at this point.
No, no one can even catch the Stone Spirit. It's only the DK stun, but the DK is very weak. He just lost his form too.
Things aren't looking good for C9.
Yep, not at all.
Oh,
Wow.
Roshan is hooked. It happens, guys.
C9 looking for some desperation smokes at this point.
Like, Universe had a good start in the game, and he's playing very amazing. Like, he's using his advantage.
Fear Another combo.
So is Fear. Fear is also playing very good.
Yeah,
They just play very clean. They don't do any silly mistakes. They keep finding kills. They do the right movement. Clock understands his position in the game, kills the DK. Fear understands his position, keeps killing anyone he finds. And Aoi redeemed himself very quickly. He's level 8. Has a very good net worth. The Bounty is struggling to get some levels on the bottom lane. But the Storm doesn't care about him.
I'd like to see a dust picked up on this Storm. So just you could just punish Bounty.
Yeah, I think he just doesn't care about him. Like, why would he? It's like a level 4 bounty or something. It's not even worth a kill.
It's for you old. Geld.
Yeah, Geld is always good. But yeah, AG's next move is just to wait for Orchid. It's gonna be up soon. They already just like hardcore split push. Every lane is pushing. They force TP spot him. C9 has to run mid lane. Fear's still pushing top. He's ready to TP though. 2 tornadoes zones out the whole team of C9. C9 and the Vulcan Tornadoes. They have one big story together. It's amazing in this room. So he's just gonna try to get his orchids now. So why did you take my last hit, man? There's the deny mid tower. This is orchids, I think.
Yeah, it should be.
Well, smoke coming out from Cloud9, 2 of them wrapping around the rune, but
Unless
they
they-
still don't really have a good way to catch him.
EG is also looking to kill him. There's the Invis rune. It's gonna might pop the smoke. I think they saw it from the bounty. I'm not sure. Wench doesn't dare to stay. EG is already connecting with the heroes. They have 3 heroes sitting in mid.
Oh, they're all converging around Sumail. Looks like Cloud9 walking into a death trap
Gonna
here.
go for it. Yeah.
Fada gets pulled, Boulder comes out. It looks like Clockwork Hookshot is onto Big Daddy No Tail. EE comes in looking to kill Sumail, but a defensive disruption comes out as well as the Hand of God. Sumail zips out, and now Cloud9 turning, trying to find safety under their T1 tower. EE will get used up, and Sumail will get one other jump, finishes him off with a Dragon Slave, and another clean fight for EG. No deaths given
He
up.
has to be
okay,
careful,
might die.
honestly, now.
Or not.
Okay, well,
That was a very amazing disruption by PPD. Like the Storm would have just died, and instead the whole fight got turned by the one disruption.
I mean, they only have like really one nice stun to deal with him. He can just play around the Venge universe. Will find a dusted no-tail, but with no hook shot up, they will just settle for the tower at the end of the day. Score 22-5.
It's a very rough game. The call down was like very nice positioning, and DK didn't initially die, he tanked it up. If it wouldn't be for that one disruption, they would have gotten the kill on Storm and probably not lose 2 more heroes.
I mean, everyone just so farmed.
Yeah, Blade Mech up and Earn, just 3 items at the same time.
Storm's just gonna jump this Garcaptor as he shoves himself, which will probably lead to a dead envy.
Yeah, he's just waiting. Yeah, he's waiting for the soaring.
There we go.
Oh, jump comes out, TPs come in case anyone's defending EE, and they will not be able to save his life.
Yeah. I mean, this game is quite depressing to play if you're C9 at this point, because, like, right from the beginning, nothing went your way. Like, these games are the most sad to play because, I mean, you look at No-Tail, he's 0-6. You look at Bone7, he's probably something similar. And they've just not been able to play their own game because, I mean, you can call it like a strategic like failure or whatever, but they just weren't able to play their own game, which is
There's no more structure for them. Like, when your hero has no purpose in the game, then it doesn't feel like you're playing Dota anymore. And none of theirs, like all their purposes got broken apart. But DK has no purpose. His purpose was to push mid tower, and he can't do that.
Yeah.
He couldn't do that. Bounty's purpose got eliminated. Venge was useless from the very first minute, and Zeus just kept dying anyway. So only Gyrocopter is left, and I mean, he's not gonna do anything too at this point in the game. But EG's movement is very clear for them. They know what they need to do to just win the game. Just walk together, get some towers, let Sumail do his thing, find some kills. They have Mech, they're gonna have Aghanim soon on Lina too. Not the biggest deal, because the Aghanim's only really shines on the level 3 ulti.
Misery gets scouted out, a Laguna to the face will finish off No-Tail. EE tries to go in again, 1v3, and it looks like they will finally be able to pick up PBD. No track though. Fear, the bigger prize in the back line. Fada trying to 1v1 him, and with the help of the Chen Kreese, both heroes will fall. Universe tries to kill EE with his own rocket barrage, but at the end of the day, 2 kills is better than...
This was a 4v5 fight. If Storm would have been there.
Yeah. Well, they'll take what they can get at this point.
Does Universe still have hookshot? Or what is he?
No, I don't.
He's just chilling around. Sume is pushing bottom.
I would have liked to see Samal TP that fight. I'm not sure if his TP was on cooldown or anything like that, but
He would have killed everyone.
he would have killed him.
It's just like overconfidence from EG, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they get something.
Yep.
Gyro working on his BKB. Zeus finally picked up some kills, some experience.
Yeah, it's like every time I see a team fight, I see Gyro get called on at least 3 heroes.
Yeah, he's very good cooldown so far. Like Shellyman has to run in for the disruption, so he's always gonna be in the cooldown, plus the hero that they focus on. And then there's like sometimes some Chen sitting around or Clockwork.
Fear now with the upgraded Laguna Blade. 675. That is
that
pretty
enough?
much
That's-
one.
yeah.
Oh, it's gonna watch at the bottom.
That is depressing.
Yeah, it is.
Time to pick up some bracers.
I mean, if you look at this Gyro, like if he gets, what's it called? Soul Catcher.
Oh yeah.
Gets ulted.
Oh, they caught a bounty.
Well, Big Daddy feeds yet another kill. Gets off a couple tracks before he dies at least. Sumail doing his thing, not worried about a thing in the world. Just coasting along.
Jumps to Zeus, Orchid's DK. So now there's some stunts on the map.
And it seems like the only way they can win is a very similar story to game number 2, except on a much greater
Was the
magnitude.
Vortex on cooldown? I guess it was.
Yeah.
There's the smoke.
Nice heals coming out from Fear. Misery looking for a swap possibly, but Fear a little bit too fast with the phase and the Yules. Storm will zip in. Or sorry, Clockwork will hookshot and then just TP out. Not sure what that one's about.
It's another DK from Popped. To no avail. They're not going to be able to get anything out of it.
No. And this game is so hard to play for C9.
EG playing a lot better, it seems. Not being overly brash, maybe with the T1 on top. but-
IG is definitely playing better. There's no doubt about that. No. Oh, they see him. Nice reaction from PPD.
Demonic Purge comes out, a long-range zip fence from Sumail. Combined with a Soul Catcher. That's like that Test of Fate took him down like 25%.
Yeah. And they're going to send Storm back. He's going to pick up his Bloodstone, teleport back in.
Yeah, it's a rough day.
Does he have his BKB? Oh, but it doesn't
Very
matter.
nice play by Universe.
And at this point, I mean, every fight's just going to be a 45 to start off with. bo3 gets hooked up by Universe. Nice swap coming out from Misery. Will tank one for
He
the
has been
team.
on point also with his stunts on Lina. I don't think he missed any stun
You'll
the
sell.
whole game.
bo3 at the end of the day will die, and I mean, EG is just wiping the floor with C9.
Yeah. If I was C9, I would be very dissatisfied with this loss because, I mean, to be honest, I guess we're looking at it out of C9's perspective. Like, if you look at it through EG's perspective, he's completely outplayed and outdrafted the enemy team. But I guess as a spectator, it's quite sad to see C9 crumbling like this. Because we all know they can play better Dota. It's just that things went very wrong.
I think they should have learned from the VG game that this bounty is not the biggest deal against Chen. It didn't really work against her. It didn't work in this game at all either.
Oh, they try to combo people out. EE gets jumped by Sumail. Nice swap coming out. Universe hook shots in. And on the bottom side, No Tail will die. Sumail gets stunned out. They don't have disruption on. They might actually get a kill on him. He will die. Fada trying to tank in the front lines will eat an LSA to the face. And only Sumail will die. And EG moments away from advancing to the next stage of the summit.
Gets the
with
rocket
this
kill.
victory.
It's fair to say that EG simply outsmarted C9 in this series.
Yes. I mean, the PVD is really good at doing that, though, especially versus a team like Cloud9, who he's played on multiple times in multiple patches.
Yeah, that's true.
First set of racks, no resistance left out for Cloud9. They are beaten, they are worn, they are downtrodden, their faces on fire.
This is a game when we're in C9's position, you would tap out.
Yep.
If you look at the network, though.
It's an elimination game.
It's an elimination game, and can't
But
give up.
this game is just over.
Yeah, to be honest, it's over.
Well. So, how's it going, guys? What are you guys planning on doing for the rest of the day?
I gotta pay respects to the teams, man. So you see Sumail with his ultimate orb, probably going for, I think he might go for Lincoln's just to feel more powerful.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they have Chen Heal, they have Mech, they have Disruption, defensive Disrupt.
I'd like to see
Chen
a Lotus Orb coming out from EG.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Track gold for everyone.
There we go. It's a very quick kill. Not that tanky DK.
Oh, he will get the stun off
Oh,
of
he
that.
has a DKD actually.
Oh, nice hook shot coming in from Universe. Do they even have detection? I don't think so.
I mean, they're tracked, but they just go for Roshan anyway. They're not afraid
Yeah,
of
they
it.
don't care. Well, coming in on a 30 kill deficit.
This is the second game where EG picked a lineup which is not that effective to Roshan and not to the Ancients. But it seems to work out for them, this kind of playstyle. Very spell heavy lineups. One with Leshrac, now they had Delina on the core.
I think most of it boils down to how EG used their safe lane in all 3 games.
Yeah, I agree. This is where the biggest outsmarting came from. From the very first game, EG was prepared to deal with the safe lane. In the second game, C9 understood and did something else, but in the third game, for some reason, they decided to put Zeus offlane, and Zeus is not a good offlane. He's just not good. There's nothing he can do, actually. He's just gonna die to Shadow Demon Lina. It could have been something else in Lina, he will still die.
Do you want to see like some better dual lanes, or I mean, as you said, like the Dark Seer and the Nature's Prophet were pretty much the only offlaners that can kind of hold up in the lane by himself. But when those are banned out, do you go for a dual lane? Do you aggro try? Do you just sack it and pick a jungler?
I think they probably could have picked something like a Nyx Assassin or something. I think Nyx Assassin could probably survive the SD-Lina duo.
Next Assassin would have been very nice.
Nyx would have been nice against Storm as well. SD, Lina.
Oh, whipped hook shot comes out, but Sumail not scared, will go in, gets stunned up, and Sumail will clean up misery. BKB pops all around, but Fana will tank an Axe Laguna. And that is it for Cloud9 in this game, in this series, and in this tournament. They are out.
In the second game, C9 had the right idea of applying pressure to them. Like in this game, they put Bounty directly to stop AoE, but in the second game, they just dual laned and avoided the forest. That's one very effective way to apply pressure to your opponent. This Bounty Hunter running up the Chen, it's not really pressure. This Chen is like, whatever, guys. Like, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter can't ever kill the Chen.
Yeah, and Chen is like gonna scale good into the game anyway. Bounty doesn't really scale into the game.
And they can't kill the Storm either.
Yeah, exactly. So the second game idea of C9 was much smarter. Put dual lane, just ward